Hey guys, it's Paul O'Brant's Clear2Close Brokers. I'm really excited to have Rebecca here with me. Our first episode of Clear2Grow, which is designed to help families out there after we put them into a house and saving them money on their mortgage. Now let's help them save money. Let's help them grow money and get towards retirement. Doing loans, Rebecca, for the last 20 years, this is not standard for everybody, but I've seen this before. I've seen people that have made $70,000 as a household have huge savings. And then in the same neighborhoods, families that make 150,000 have huge debts. And it's like, it kind of got me thinking, is there like a mentality aspect about debts and budgeting and all that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. And it's the term is lifestyle creep, right? And so it
Yeah.
happens as we start to experience our incomes start to increase over the years.
Yeah.
Maybe we get a huge promotion at work, or maybe we get married and all of a sudden we have a dual income household. And so we have this abundance of cash and we want to do things with it, right? We want to have the new vehicles. We want to go on the vacations. We want to have, the nice house and all the nice furniture and all the decoration that fills up that house and makes it feel like a home, right? And
Mhm.
so over time, if we're not careful and we're not paying attention to those expenses, they can snowball, they can creep up on us, hence
Yeah.
lifestyle creep. And there does get to a tipping point where your lifestyle starts to increase faster than the rate that your income is actually increasing.
Oh, it's crazy. It's like, I mean, I'm guilty of it, by the way. If you go into my garage, I'm starting to sell stuff because I like buy things and I use them once or twice. It brings that short-term happiness. And now it just sits in there and it's like, what are we doing here? Like, what is all this
So true.
stuff
And
here?
because I
Yeah.
work predominantly with first responders. I work
Yeah.
with people all across,
Yep.
in different professions, but mostly like my audience base is first responders because that's just my experience. My husband
Yep.
is a first responder,
Yeah.
and it's really common, especially if you have a job that is high stress or if you're just working a bunch of hours, that we try to get those quick dopamine hits, right?
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
want to go spend the hard earned money that we've made on things that are going to give us that temporary joy.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is if you're doing that while leveraging with debt, you're getting that temporary joy followed up by that long-term pain point, right?
Yeah. I understand. And I think a lot of people out there understand. That's why I'm excited to have this because, we talked about this briefly before we started recording how housing prices is continuing to increase. Cost of groceries, it's like, I mean, I got 4 oranges and they try to charge me $20. I was like, wait a second, like this is crazy. So
Mhm.
as everything starts to increase, people are wondering like, where's my money? Why am I making more money, but my debt's getting higher? And so I thought, what a great bring someone like you in who's has experience of being in debt and
Mhm.
got yourself out of it on a fixed income, might I
Mhm.
add. Am I right on that? Do you want to
Yeah.
tell me a little
Well,
bit
not
about your
necessarily a fixed income because my husband did have access to overtime.
true?
And so that's what really kind of helped us expedite what we were doing. But we had $120,000 in consumer debt. It wasn't
Yeah,
anything to like sneeze at, right? Like it was a large amount of money
yeah,
that we had accumulated, and that's outside of our mortgage, right? So
yeah.
that was on top of our mortgage.
Wow.
And so it was a huge pain point for us.
Yeah.
And we realized, at the time that we like actually sat down and got honest with ourselves about how we were managing our money and what we were doing
Mhm.
with our money. I was pregnant at the time with our second daughter, and we knew that if we continued down that path, that there would come a point where we might not be able to afford the mortgage in the house that we were living in. And so we knew we had to make some changes. And it does come with the realization that you might have to scale back your lifestyle, right? If you've built up this lifestyle, going back to the lifestyle creep, it can become really
Mhm.
difficult to scale back a lifestyle once you've already established it.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it almost feels like cutting off a limb, right? It's like
It
so
does.
hard. You don't want to, like, that feels like a
Yeah.
necessity to me. I don't
Yeah.
want to let that go. But
Totally.
at some point, we have to take
Oh,
a look at what our reality is
Yeah.
and not what we want our reality to be,
I
and
love
work
that.
within what reality actually is.
I love that. And I'm so excited about this Thursday. So we're going live on Thursday. Rebecca is going to teach us everything that she has learned from her own experience, how she got out of debt, how she's put together a budget. And I can't wait to share this with everybody. And then also, are you a coach? You're a financial coach as well.
Yes, I'm
is that right?
currently a financial coach, and I'm
Wonderful.
also in the process of taking my exams to become a financial advisor as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I can't wait to hear more about that. So this Thursday, 7 o'clock. There's details in the description. Look forward to seeing everybody there and hearing Rebecca teach us how to budget. How exciting is that? So I look forward to seeing you there.
I'm looking forward